All right, what's up, my people? Another episode we're going to talk about today is toughness. See, toughness is one of the key qualities of a human, well, a man. And see, I've noticed a lack of toughness in the modern man because we've grown soft and slothful in our new age in this civilized planet. And how I realized that toughness is such a value is a job I did recently. So I was doing some security cameras in a home at one of his residents, and we got to install like 16 cameras. And you might be like, "Well, there's only 16 cameras. How tough are they gonna be?" Well, let me tell you something about toughness. See, it's not that you're just installing cameras, but it's the crawling. I had to go in crawl space in attics and be on my forearms, be on my abs, be on my shoulders, on hard wood, drilling in places I can barely see, being able to utilize my brain and my mental endurance because it was a motherfucker. And the payday is great. I got a great payday. I made about fucking 2 weeks worth of my fucking income in 2 days of work. And the only reason I made that is because I had to do something that was tough. And see, what you realize is the tougher a man is, the higher the reward of whatever you're going to have to do. And you see this within fighting. Fighting is one of the key ways to find out your toughness. Not because you show up and you have to fight somebody. That's already tough as it is. But when you got to fight the biggest and baddest guy, you're looking for challenges. That's the only way you seek rewards. See, what I've realized about toughness is toughness will get you past skills. It will get you past your technical stuff. It will get you past strength. Toughness is the key ingredient that makes a man really a man. It's like up here in your toughness, and more so, it's up here. Your mental toughness is really what's going to carry you in his life. See, toughness is your ability to be able to build resistance against forces that make you uncomfortable. And the longer you can be in positions that make you uncomfortable and you can withstand it and still perform, that's how you could tell your toughness is going. Like, I always love watching wrestling or watching fights when both guys are tired as hell, both guys are drawing heavy breath, breathing out hot air, and that's when you see who's tougher. See, like, that's a beautiful thing when you watch like a fight. The first round and a half are basically just like an athletic competition, and then it starts to get murky. You're both hurt, you're both sweating, you're both bleeding, you're both sore. You took some leg kicks, you ate some shots. And now it's a tough guy competition. Who wants it more? And that's really what toughness comes down to. It. Who really wants it? Who's willing to sit out there and keep going until the other guy's like, fuck it, I'm tapping out. And that's where the rewards are left. Those who are willing to fight and battle and to be the last man standing, that's when you get the reward. And the tougher you are, the bigger the challenge you take on, the more mental endurance, the more you can endure, the greater the reward is on the other side. And don't get me wrong, like what you actually gain, like the money is cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that I got a nice little sizable paycheck. But what has really made me pumped and excited, what really made me like pumped and excited when I was going through this test was I hit a new level of mental endurance. I hit a new level of physical and mental toughness. Just sitting there crawling through an attic, going up and down stairs, dragging things, pulling things, knowing that I don't get paid till it get finished. It put me in a new state where it's like, you got to keep going. There's no fucking just stopping. If I stop, all this work I did will be for nothing. Somebody else is going to come in and take what I fucking put my work into. So when you realize that, when you're fucking battling and grinding and just never stopping, it's glorious. Because on the other side is peace. You're like, shit, I did it. It's done. And now I collect my reward. I can go to bed happy because it's like, fuck, all that hard effort and work I put in, it's done now. I can rest. And that's really the greatest reward of building your mental toughness and endurance is that it's done. You find peace. You find solace. And now you know you have that in your cookie jar in the back of your mind. I used to love David Goggins when he would say, in my cookie jar, just hard shit I've done, things I've been through, things I had to battle through. And I can always tap back into that state. And that's where you guys got to start to challenge yourself, young men. Start to build that mind to get that toughness in. Understand, it's temporary, man. You're going to suffer. Life is suffering for men. You're not a woman. Women only we have to suffer for childbirth. That's about it. But men, we have to suffer daily if we want to get what we want. And too many men don't want to suffer. You guys want cushy office jobs, and you're robbing yourself of the experience of manhood. You really are robbing yourself. So get out there, man. Do something that's hard. Do something that's challenging. Do something that you don't know if you can actually do, and then do it. No matter how long it takes, fucking do it. Go through that grueling phase, battle it out, keep fighting, don't give up, keep pushing, keep fighting. And on the other side is glory, man. And you reap the rewards, and not the material glory. That's good. That's just a side effect. It's up here because now you look for bigger challenges. And what you realize is every challenge that you take on, there's a greater reward because less and less people are willing to do it, which makes you more valuable. And the more valuable you become, the more value you receive in exchange for your services. So get tough, young man. Learn how to fight, learn how to battle, and test your mind, test the soul, test the spirit. Because tactics and strategy mean nothing unless you have the spirit to execute. And the only way to build your spirit is to get out there and fucking get tough.